The following opinions expressed in today's episode do not necessarily reflect the views of the Durp Show Podcast and its host. Follow Big Ern on Twitter and Instagram at ezb14, and please make sure you check out the website ezb14.com. And don't forget the official email is thedurpshowpodcast@gmail.com. Let's get started with the show. Hit it.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Durp Show Podcast. My name is Big Ern. I am your host. This is episode 21, and today's guest is the most controversial figure in Soledad. His name is Jordahn. Say what's up, Jordahn.
Yo, what up? This is Jordahn, from Soledad.
So, let's go on to topic number one. And the main topic you wanted to talk about was small town mentality.
Soledad is a miniature United States. In America, if you don't know people, good luck. In the music industry, you could be the best. I'm going to touch on the music industry real quick. You could be the best of anything, just politics in general. You could be the best, and if you don't know the right people, good luck. I think I'm more of a political guy, and I look at everything as politics. Everything's politics, man. Fake it till you make it, man. Every time that I've gotten a promotion, I would always tell them that I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I figured once given the opportunity, thank the Lord for putting amazing men on this earth and women that created websites such as Google. You don't know how to do something? Google it. Don't go to your boss and say you don't know how to do it. Want to move up in life? You got to make your boss's job as easy as possible. So, yeah, I say if you're looking for a promotion or something, lie. Say you know how to do it. I said I knew how to use Excel. I did not know how to use Excel. Google that shit. Do YouTube tutorials, people. Get out there. Get that money.
Not all the answers are online. Not all of them are truth. You have to make that decision. But it's a great tool to use, and that's what I agree with. But there's bigger issues. I mean, we talked about it already, about the whole money issue. Like, why are we so into it? Like, it shouldn't be that way, especially when you find out who's running these banks.
People need to own more businesses. People, go out there, stop trying to get a job, do your own shit, make your own money. I have my own job, and I'm not proud of it because I feel like it's ruining our economy working for corporations. Why are these corporations encouraging us to go to school so much when we don't need that school for that particular job that we're getting? They own the banks. They own the job. So they're like, look, until you've given us $40,000, you can't get a job. You can't get a job. And then, so they control the money, and then they control how much we get paid. They run the world. People, there's a small group of people that literally just runs the world, and I'm not knocking them because I would happily be one of them, but I can't knock them for being those people because I want to be that person.
Well, here's my thing. So my mentality for it, I guess it goes back to the small town mentality as well. It's like everybody, especially in the United States and first world countries, the mentality is like fuck them mother suckers, I got mine. And that's what everybody just wants. Everybody just wants to live comfortably. So I feel like a lot of people are just like, as long as I'm getting paid, I'm good. As long as I'm getting paid and feeding my family, then we're good here in this household. And they're not really thinking about like the overall picture. The picture of we're all humans. We should all be getting along with each other. There shouldn't be any hate. There shouldn't be any wars. There shouldn't be any... Am I right or wrong? What do you want to say?
Man, there really shouldn't be wars, man, because it's like we're always at war with one entity or another, and they just keep fabricating these groups, and it's starting to become just bullshit. And people just don't start. People aren't realizing it. People don't realize that, like, okay, it went from Al Qaeda to ISIS, and then what is it gonna be? But hey, ISIS is they're freaking about to make their own currency. They're coming up. But once you make your own currency, you got power. That's crazy. But anyways, I'm not promoting them or anything. I'm just saying that they're coming up. But yeah, we over here, we go to war. We're too lazy to pick up our weapons. And then who gets them? The enemy gets them. Or we're stupid and we give weapons to the weak-ass Afghanistan army. Well, who goes over there? ISIS is like, well, fuck you guys. We're going to take those weapons that America gave you guys. Now they got all these badass weapons. People don't question this stuff. On the news, they showed a picture of ISIS. They had a brand new fleet of Toyota Tacomas. Shout out to Joey. They have a brand new fleet of Toyota Tacomas. How do you get 60 Toyota Tacomas? Yeah, what the hell? Who got that? Obviously there's people out there with money that know and don't care because they're getting their money, like you said. People don't care. At the end of the day, as long as every war, people have played both sides. They don't care. There's people that get the same money. We're the biggest distributor of weapons throughout. We need weapons though because the government's trying to take us over. But we sell them to everybody. I don't think we should, but yeah, we sell them to everybody, and freaking war on terror, man. War on terror. Until we can name the enemy cannot be taken down.
All right, let me tie it all together, okay? So these thoughts about money, about corporations, we're dumbing it down. And this can all be tied down to conspiracy theories. And I'm very open-minded when it comes to them. But the whole conspiracy theory, it's great to listen to an outside perspective because that's what it is. And that's how I feel like it. Anybody can believe that the sky is orange, okay? Anybody. If you believe that, that's fine. That's cool. What I believe is that the sky is blue, but that doesn't mean that I should just knock you for thinking it's orange. Okay, let me hear your point. So when people talk about conspiracy theories, or they talk about, how the money fuels the world, who controls it, who's leasing it, why is the government not taking more immediate actions? And at the same time, anything can be put out online where you can get an audience. So with all this being tied up together as closely as I try to put it, conspiracy theories, what do you think?
All right, first off, I want to start off with the definition, because a lot of people don't even know what a conspiracy is. A lot of people just automatically think that it's some mythical, crazy, some guy's on some drugs making up something in his basement with no research. Let me read the definition. To conspire, the act of secretly planning to do something that is harmful or illegal. Okay, so the whole world is a conspiracy. There's somebody on top conspiring against everybody, whether we want to believe it or not. If you don't want to believe that, not necessarily whether it's there's people that are they want to stay on top for their whole lives. They're going to, because that's what you do when you're on top. And they believe it's right because they've had it for 1,000 years, you're conspiring.
Well, the guy at the top, don't you think he's looking down at you? Be like, man, you're just a hater, bro. Worry about yourself.
Okay, so let me that ties back into what I said.
The
Small town mentality, man. I'm not a hater.
Worry about yourself, man.
Next topic is haters. Why, who, what, where, when, why. So anyways, but yeah, alright, so Mr. Fidel Perez believes that the central banking system is one of the greatest ideas ever. Okay? It's not. Our money, shoutouts to Fiddle, jackass. So anyways, he who controls the money supply of a nation controls the nation. Certain countries aren't controlled by the international banking systems yet because they're not democracies, so certain markets can't move in and certain banking systems can't move in. So they wanted democracy, and they're trying to promote it as being this good, really good thing, save the world, devil shit. Because people don't understand. People think that the devil's gonna be a human. I think that the devil's gonna be an entity, a whole like thing. No one's ever gonna see the devil. We're not. It's gonna be an entity, a whole total scheme thing. You know, and to me, I think, man, it's crazy. Well, anyways, I'm thinking really too deep in it. That's why everybody hates me. But anyways,
what I think is it's all about power. So a lot of these nations like power trip, like especially the United States, for the longest time in years, they're considered to be the most powerful, wealthiest nation in the world. You know, politicians and military leaders are like, no, we have to keep a tab on everything because we're responsible. So now with China, right? They're also right now coming up because they have the amount of people to help boost their economy, and then so they have the money to back it up and to boost the economy. And it's a little different in China because Hong Kong, the island of Hong Kong, is pro-capitalism, and then mainland China, there's some really poor parts. That's the communism part, and that's where the government takes control of all the farms, all the crops, and then they divide it to the people. Now some people say, you know, they don't give them education, they don't pave the roads, blah blah blah, but that's all not hearsay, but it's very controversial on their part. However, there are people in the United States, these old fucks, that are just like, no, we can't let them have that kind of power, that control over us. If anything, as much as I hate the 90s babies, 2000s babies, the millennials, I don't even consider them humans, but I do. They're still like sperm in somebody's ball sack. They're still, what I'm gonna believe is that they're learning more. They're learning at a faster rate, and it's all because of this technology, all because of this social media evolving quicker than ever. Because we didn't have it when we were 8. These kids, I'm hoping they are actually going to change it, and it looks like that way. And you know why I can think of that way? Because of the music as well. Because we're not black, but we love rap. It's not only us. It's Asians. It's white kids.
Everybody loves hip hop.
Everybody loves it. It's a global thing, and it's almost like we can all relate to it and to the struggles.
That's a lie. Everybody does not like hip hop. Everybody loves hip hop.
Even it's not even rap. Even rock songs that get on the radio. It's the cool thing.
There's Hyphy movement. Fuck that movement, guys. Yeah, I said it. Everybody, here's the controversial. I let the cat out of the bag. I hated it because, like I said, I don't like it when people do stuff just because it's the thing to do. We need some more individuality in this world, okay? And I get it. It was cool. None of you guys knew when you guys were 12 years old what Mac Dre was talking about in the Thizzle dance. Like, maybe some of you guys did with bad parents, knew what he was talking about. But for the majority of it, you guys didn't know why he had a look on his face like he smelled some piss. Like, you guys didn't know why. You guys were just dancing and looking like fools because it was the cool thing to do.
Very good point.
But I could appreciate it now. I could. But in the moment, I didn't understand it. I didn't, and I wasn't gonna like something just because it was cool, because I didn't understand it. I had a good upbringing. I wasn't around drugs. I wasn't around any of that. So I was like, this is stupid. Like, get stupid? What the fuck is that shit? But now it kind of makes a little bit of sense. And I think that fans are gay as fuck. No offense to the term gay. I'm sorry, Lizzie McGuire, but I think that fans are lame. I think that, like, some people go too hard for their artist or for their team or it's like, you're lame, bro. Like promote yourself, aren't you? Like, we should be them. You know what I mean? Like, everybody these are our competitors. These people are our age. We're not 15 anymore. I get it. 'Cause when you're younger, you aspire to be that. But now that we're getting old, these artists are younger than us now. and it's getting to the point where you need to get off your ass and promote yourself. And I'm proud of Big Ern for doing this, because this is what you got to do. You got to have individuality. There's money out there. You got to go get it. And what I like about streaming now is that it allows people to give the artist money after they and nobody does this. People think that this is crazy. My sister talked shit to me because I bought A$AP Rocky's album. I listened to that whole album like twice. Yeah, at long last, A$AP. It was a cool album. It was a really cool album. I like favorites. My favorite song was
10 out of 10. Oh, it's amazing album. Sorry.
Amazing album. My favorite song has to be when I initially heard the album, my favorite song was Canal Street, and then it was JD. But then I kept listening to the album, and those two, I mean, they're everybody's their favorite songs because they're hard as fuck. But as I started listening to it, my favorite song has to be Holy Ghost. He said a lot right there about churches and stuff. It's great. It was a really good album. I got totally off topic. I don't even know what I was talking about before this. Oh yeah, for buying the album, right? So I listened. My sister, her generation, she's 32 right now, so she's the Napster era. She's part of the generation that destroyed the music industry. Okay, and they're proud of that. They're like, oh, we had Napster. It's like, you guys destroyed music. Screw you guys. It was gonna happen. It was bound to happen. Everything happens. Yeah, but what I like about music streaming, and I think more people should do it, and people say that we're idiots for doing it, maybe stupid for doing it. Why are you buying the album if you already heard it? Because my sister's like, why'd you buy the album? Who buys CDs anymore? And I was like, CD quality, it sounds better. From like 2007 to about 2010, the music sucked dick. And when I heard A$AP Rocky, I was like, yes, finally something. I knew he's gonna be mainstream. I was like, finally something, hopefully, to fix this mainstream music, because there's always gonna be mainstream music, but hopefully you make it a little better. When I go to bars and stuff, I want to hear good music. Yeah, it was whack for like a few years.
You guys are tripping. It was the worst before that, because during 2008, 2009, 2010, that's when all the blogs started to come up.
That is true.
And that's when my taste for music actually expanded. After high school, that's when I noticed, after I went like freshman year, I looked into the blogs, and all these new artists that you guys probably know about now, I've heard about them back when they were only putting out music by themselves. I saw the shift. I saw it. It wasn't that these people were getting on these mixtapes. It was that these people were putting out songs themselves on the blogs, and the blogs were giving out these MP3s for anybody to download. That's what I saw.
Alright, that was a huge spin-off, and that was great. Hey, how about when everybody used to wear like rubber bands on their jeans and stuff? Remember that to show off their Jordans? I just want to say that. Show their Jordans. You're not a sneakerhead if you buy Foot Locker Jordans. Sorry. Okay, yeah. Well, anyways, music streaming. You like it? You listen to it. If you're a true fan, if you like it, you should go buy that album. Buy that disc. That's what I like about music streaming. We did a huge spin-off right now, but music streaming, listen to it. It's cool to listen to it illegally. They should put it out for free. Like Turtles said that before. They should put it out for free. Yeah. And then it gives people the opportunity, like, hey, I like that.
It's like art.
Sam Goody, you used to be able to listen to these tracks.
Yeah, you go to the store.
And you put on these dirty-ass headphones that thousands of people have put on. You don't think about it. I just thought about that right now. We didn't care in the 90s. And there was no germs back then. Anyways, and you put it on, you listen. Where would you go? You go to the mall. You're going to Suncoast and Sam Goody.
Sam Goody.
Yeah.
The warehouse.
It was huge. It was where Champs used to be, wasn't it? Yeah. It was where Champs was at. Yeah, that was great. Dude, that mall, let me say something about Sam Goody and that whole era, okay? The Northridge Mall.
It's cracking back then.
Let's
Chick-fil-A was in there, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A. Well, anyways, let me say something. Let me get a little more comfortable. Let me say Let me say something about the Northridge Mall. People forget how good the economy was. The economy was so good. People forget that there was a pet store where they sold dogs right there next to Macy's. There was a pet store. People bought and paid for pets. Oh, I could bake, guys. Shout out to my baking skills. Okay. People were buying animals. You don't buy animals. Well, one day I hate cats because I hate strays mostly. But one day I'm gonna spend a lot of money, probably like $1,000 or more, on a cat. I'm gonna find a cat that I love. And because, dude, there's some badass cats. Of course, these strays down the street at fucking Varsity Park, nobody wants that shit, you know? But you have this badass freaking... I have no idea of cat breeds. One day I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna get me a badass cat. Because once you have a badass cat, you've made it in life. You have a boat, a house, and a cat. You're badass. Shout out to Tibetan Mastiff. I'm gonna get that. but okay. Well, anyways, the mall was great. You could cut that all out.
So yeah, the mall in the 2000s, everybody would go into it, but a lot of things have changed too. It's the brands were such a thing that you had to go to the mall to pick it up. You needed the Anchor blue pants, you needed that, we were talking about that, right? The shirt to rock Monday morning, and you had to get it before everybody else, because if somebody else walked in with the same shirt for that day, you're screwed. You're like, damn, now I can't wear this shirt. Or you got to specifically tell that guy, hey, man, you can't wear it. And then fist fights would occur.
That's why you were badass and you begged your mom to order you something out of the CCS magazine. And you knew damn well no one was going to have that shit.
Let me tell you this story. So there was this badass Rockaway shirt. It was black and white, and those are my favorite colors. And I was like, I want it so bad. And it was like a grip load. It was like $40. So I'd have to ask my mom, like, Mom, please, I need this. And she's like, I'll do it next week. We'll do it next week. Next week came, like a junior rocked it. And I was like, I can't rock this anymore. But the next week, Mom was like, here's $40. Why don't you buy that shirt? And I had the opportunity to buy it, and I was just like, I can't do it because I can never wear it to school. Because if I wear it to school at the same time as that guy, like, I already lost. Like, that guy won. He beat me to it. And I took the L. I was like, I can't do it. I just can't rock it, Mom. Sorry. Like, I lost that race. You should have gave me those $40 when I asked.
I lost that race. That's why I was just a preppy kid. You know, I knew everybody hated preppy kids, so I embraced it, you know. I was the preppiest to the max. I couldn't shop at American Eagle. I couldn't shop at Hollister because it was at Northridge Mall. No, I had to make my mom drive me to freaking San Jose to rock Abercrombie. You know, you rocked Abercrombie in high school. Freaking, it was like, damn, your parents drove you all the way to San Jose to get that shit. There's this other brand that was there was only 17 of them. Abercrombie made an even bigger one called Rule. There's only 17 in the whole world. One in San Francisco, luckily. My mom brought me there and bought me like a $60 thermal. Freaking, I was spoiled. I dressed way higher. Oh no, that's a lie. Just pretty cool. Everybody's pretty dope right now. But there was a while where I just didn't care about clothes. It's because I turned 18. I stopped asking my mom for money. I was like, I can't afford anything that she used to buy me. and then I started making a little bit more money. Now I dress totally different. Fucking fashion is stupid. You guys are idiots. Everyone's fucking stupid. I didn't really start dressing myself until I was like 19. And do you know how amazing it is, how much of an advantage it is to have 3 older sisters? They know what women like. So I would literally just dress however they told me to dress. You know, cool. Obviously, people think it's weird. My sisters are good looking. So if they're good looking and they like this stuff, other good looking girls are gonna like this stuff. That was my not solid-eyed girls because y'all lame, but
let's go on to modern day feminism.
I'm not against women's rights, okay? Like, I get it. You guys vote now. You guys work now. You guys can do everything now. Stop just stop pushing it. You know, like what do you guys? What more do you guys want? And
there goes our demographic.
and I'm sorry, but like a lot of these women don't even know where it came from. You know, feminism is one of the most fabricated movements by the government ever. If you make women hate men and men hate women, maybe, I don't know. I feel like men don't hate women as much as women hate men, but you make two groups mad at each other. It's really easy to control them if you're on the top, and it's really easy to control the. People need morals. Somebody needs to be at home, and I'm not saying that women just need to stay home and cook and clean all day. I'll stay home and cook and clean all day. Somebody has to go to work and provide for the family, and somebody needs to stay home and take care of the kids. And then people say, well, we need two incomes to provide. But imagine this: if no woman worked, there would be more money to be paid to the man to provide for his family, so the wife could stay home. And I'm putting women on a pedestal. You guys think that when I say they shouldn't work, that I'm putting you guys down? No, you guys should not have to do anything. You guys are women. We should be taking care of you guys. We should be opening up doors for you guys. You guys should stay home and nurture. But now in society, somebody has to work and somebody has to stay home and take care of the kids. And I don't care anymore if it's the man or if it's the woman that goes to work. But I think that somebody needs to watch the kids, because then you have all these kids that don't have parents watching them. Let them do whatever they want. It makes everything really really bad in this world, and thins out the money system. But I mean, we're so far gone that, I mean, nothing's gonna ever. I'm being like it's never gonna go back to the way it should be. But yeah, I mean, people, man, girls are put on a pedestal.
I kind of disagree with you in the fact that that the feminist movement needed to happen because they weren't getting the right to vote. They weren't getting equal rights, equal pay. Like, even to this day, I think the stats are still that women are just like statistically getting paid lower than men. It should be equal all the way across.
Alright, and one thing that I want to say about women and men, we're not equal. We have equal rights, but we're very far from being equal. We're not equals, okay? We all deserve equal rights, but we are not equal. A teacher in high school once told me, a woman teacher, I don't want to say her name.
Say it so I can read it out.
Okay, Miss my favorite teacher. To this day, I still text her. I keep in contact with her. I Snapchat her. I keep in touch with Mr. Ryan. Shout out to Mr. Ryan. I keep in touch with these people. They're good people. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, she said, and she didn't care. I'm surprised. It's crazy. If this was now, this would be all over the news and everything. You know, it's crazy. She said that if a woman ever tells you that she's equal to you, you should punch her in the mouth. and I was like, she's like, they're not equal, but we're not equal, but we deserve equal rights.
That's what I meant about advantages. Like, sometimes they have the advantage versus sometimes we have the advantage.
Yeah, definitely. We're not equal at all. But there's a reason why we're not equal. People need to stop being enemies and stop saying that one is better than the other. We're counterparts. We need each other. The government's trying to destroy the family unit. The government's trying to become parents. A group of feminist women in New Jersey, they want to create a new law, a felony. They want to make it a felony. You want to know what they want to do? It's never going to go through. It's outrageous. But they're trying to come up with they're trying to make a crime called fraud rape. Fraud rape is when you go to a bar, you're talking to a girl, and you tell her all these lies, and you pretty much you're a player, you know, straight up pimp, you know, Barney Stinson, that shit, you're a player, straight up pimping. You woo them to the fullest, you get them all gaga over you. Yeah, I said I'm from the 60s. And then they go back to your place or their place, and you guys do the adult dance. And then later they find out that, everything that you told them was a lie. Complete bullshit. They're trying to make that. There's a group of feminists in New Jersey that are trying to make that fraud rape. You lied to me to get me into bed. Fraud rape. And they're saying that men deserve 5 years for that in jail. Or something like that. It's crazy. You should Google it right now. That is ridiculous.
I'll take your word.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's never gonna go through. But there's a group actually trying to get this pushed into a law. Like, that is insane. Do you know how much power women would have if that was a law? Yeah, I would have been in jail for like 110 plus years.
You said something that I want to hear about, gun control. I don't think there should be any guns in the streets. You think they should, because you said our government's trying to take our guns away. So real quick, spit on it.
First, I want to hear you. Why do you think that we shouldn't have guns?
Because they cause violence, and eventually I want nobody to have guns. I want everybody to get along.
Cool.
So you don't need that protection, even from animals. You don't need a protection from a bear. Build a wall. Keep your the fuck away from the bear. So why would you need a gun in general? For what? If your neighbor's cool, that he's never gonna attack you, and you trust him, why would you need the gun? For any other reason? Hell, you don't even need the police if you're living in that complete trust. And that's how I feel. It's like a world of peace. That's what I want.
All right, well, you're being outrageous. I mean, you're thinking of this. You're thinking of heaven. We're on Earth, which is not God's Earth. This is the devil's Earth. All right, you gotta understand that this is the devil's Earth. The Second Amendment wasn't there. The second ISIS. Okay, the countries that they're taking over right now, they're taking over countries that aren't allowed to have weapons. Why? Because they can take them over. They can go in there and know that these people. They know for a fact. Imagine if everybody was allowed to carry a gun. You're gonna think twice before you roll up on somebody. I'm not gonna shoot at this person. I'm not gonna shoot at that person. And people think that it's gonna be like the Wild West, people popping up, boom, boom, boom. No, it's not gonna be like that. People are gonna think twice, and that's not even. The Second Amendment isn't there for that. It's to protect us against the government when they want to get a little too crazy on us. So we have some protection against them. That's where it goes. So if they can take our guns away, it's over. We lost. They can put any law in place. They can do whatever they want once that happens.
I was going to say, I found it very interesting how I told you why you think we should keep our guns in our government, but yet you had an example of ISIS, which is not in our government. Second Amendment says the right to bear arms back in 1700s, right? Mm-hmm. So they didn't know that the guns were going to be fully automatic in the year 2015. They didn't know these, the hollow tip points. They didn't know the evolution of guns. You think they were going to say that if they knew we had that kind of power? They were thinking about muskets. So they were thinking of, personal firearm for hunting, back when there weren't any grocery stores. So I get what you're saying, but your bases on the examples were really whack. I was like, no, because if I'm saying this should be in first world countries in where I live, where I think that my neighbor shouldn't attack me, where there shouldn't even be cops to police us because we're good, because I'm a good person and I hope that guy's a good person. You're right. It's not a perfect world, but I would like to live in that perfect world.
Okay, let me say something again. Okay, so these people who wrote the Constitution, they're smart. That thing's timeless.
Not so much, because they put a clause on the Constitution that says if things change, we can change it.
That's true. Okay, in the UK,
just be like, all right, Big Ern, you got me on some of those points.
You did, all right. You did. It's a very controversial topic.
That should do it, guys. Give out your Twitter, your Instagram, your last shout outs, your promotions. This is your time to shine, man.
Alright, first off, Shout out to all my homies. You know who you are. I'm not even gonna name you guys. Cause I don't got it. No, I'm just kidding. No, alright. Shout out to Turtle. Shout out to Troy, Fiddle, Ariel, Turtle, Eddie, Big Ern.
Where can they find you, bro?
Okay, you guys can find me at Twitter if you want to see all my okay, my Twitter account is cool. I mean, if you get easily offended, don't follow me. I tweet some outrageous stuff, but it's Twitter, guys. Like, don't take it seriously. Like, half the time I'm just fucking tweeting shit that I know is gonna piss people off. But yeah, shout out Jordahn, Jordahn. Shout out to all my fake followers on Instagram that like to see me shine and don't like my shit. They do. A lot of people like to see what other people are doing just so they can talk shit or envy it or anything. How you scrolling? I post a badass fucking picture. How you not like that shit? It takes like half a second to double tap that screen. You don't even need to double tap. You can press the little heart button. That's even faster. And you have the audacity to not like it. I deserve a little bit more likes, man. I post some badass shit, but it's because I'm pretty arrogant. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little on the arrogant side, and people don't like to see me shine. There's a lot of haters in this world. How does anybody have 314 followers and get freaking 40 likes like that? You guys are all fucking haters. Fuck all you guys. I'm deleting my Instagram. Screw it.
Well, I'm gonna give a shout outs to the Yes California movement. Everybody look into it. It's yes.ca on Instagram. And for me, you should follow me on Twitter and Instagram. That's at ezb14. And make sure you check out the website where this podcast will be posted on. That is ezb14.com. All right, guys. See you later.
Late.
I smoke, I drink, I do my thing. I'm living in my own world. And if they hate, I let them. Who gives a fuck? And they wanna know about what I do. I'm living in my own world. I chill back and I spread peace and love, yeah. Have you ever led an alliance? A bunch of stoner kids living life through defiance. Remember back when couldn't cop not one damn appliance. White tea wrinkled in a mug. Adopted my mother's luck and quick wits. So spot me a bobbing that bitch from a mile away. Girl, stay a mile away. Do the single lady dance by the motherfuckers. Not me. And why I gotta be about the rah-rah at the bar, posted by my car in the lot. And I'm blowing smoke in the dro, and in my lungs got me thinking, where's plain Pat at?